Today's sparring day. Nobody get ready to spar. Him and my brother, they go way back. My brother did 2 training camps with him. Real good friends with my brother, so yeah. I'm in camp mode, bro. I don't get no cuts, no none of that. Being in the ring with Canelo is, I'm just trying to pick his mind, see what he got. Also getting in shape as well for my own fight.
Jaron and I went into camp with Canelo Alvarez for the fight against Xander Zayas. It was one of those rare times in the gym when the air started to work harder.
54 takeover, baby. Because this is not some casual sparring session where guys pack gloves and collect rumors.
It's time to eat.
Habló el vato de fuerza rígida.
Because this isn't a normal sparring match where guys put their gloves and spread stories.
Yeah. It's fun, sparring Canelo. Trying to pick his brain. He got like 70 fights in. Turned pro at 15. So I was picking his brain, having fun, and sharpening my tools, That's about it, Bye. I got Take your coach. Ready. More than ready. Ready? Oh my. Apa? Kale, don't blow your Yep. Good round. Go good, go great.
Each mistake is a chance to learn, and each good shot is a warning. This is top pressure. At level 154, Boots is already a dangerous puzzle, but now he's just getting worse. Training in a room where each round requires control, patience, and a level of violence that only top fighters understand.
Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah. Great work. Almost there. Yeah. Almost time. Yeah. Good. I appreciate you timing, everything. Yeah, and I appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you. Help me too. Yeah. You went to school? What you do? You have fun? I guess.
Boots just got finished boxing and training. Did you train today? How many push-ups did you train today? Listen to Canelo. You say?
Hey, buddy, let me tell you something. You want to be a champion? Or just a mediocre boxer? Champion? You want to be a champion or just a mediocre fighter? Champion, right? So you need to train every day. And focus. Eat healthy. Okay? Right.
You need to hear that.
You already see it. Tennis works on his smooth jab by sitting down on his counters and moving his feet on purpose. He then quickly shifts gears into that chest-to-chest grind, which hurts the body and makes the ring feel smaller for whoever is in front of him.
That's what's up.
I'm okay in every sport.
Baseball, rock soccer.
Yeah, soccer. I'm okay in every sport. I have like a talent for it.
Yeah. If you wasn't so close to the fight, we gonna play.
Yeah. I just very be careful because sometimes the ball.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Just shoot around.
Yeah,
shoot around. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to embarrass me.
Yeah.
That's when Canelo's presence is very important. Why? Because Alvarez doesn't give away lessons for free. He makes you work for every inch, angle, and chance. For Ennis, that means getting better at applying pressure, placing, and stopping a fighter without making things worse. Canelo, on the other hand, faces a young powerhouse who is fast, violent, and has a live wire beat that makes him pay attention.
You don't want to look at me.
Who say he needs some rounds?
Huh?
Who? Yeah, see, he'll come back and need some rounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, you was a fighter or not?
No fight. Yeah, he might fight.
You don't want... You never been a fighter? Eddie Askey.
No. Nah, he know how to run.
In other words, pure iron sharpens itself. There were no wasted motions, easy rounds, or fake confidence. Just two top athletes checking out each other's timing and patterns. And they left the gym a little more dangerous than when they came in.
Faster. If they are scared, more faster. They run faster. Yeah.
As far as like sparring goes, right? Historically, you and your father have talked about that it's tough getting sparred. And did you see this as the perfect time to get a guy of that caliber?
Yeah, why not? Why not? You be able to share the ring with, with Canelo, and like I said, being there with a Hall of Famer, a legend, and the face of, kind of like the face of boxing. Why not?
And when Boots comes back to work on Xander's Oz full time, it will be more than just training. He will be smarter than most people because he was made in a room full of killers.
Of Xander's caliber does to you and what it brings out of you.
I can't really say yet because I'm not in the ring with him.
Right.
But like I said, he's a solid fighter, good fighter, but his level, I'm really gonna show him why I'm the best in the world.
Right, and as far as weight, he was talking about moving up to 54 and that being a big difference. Yeah. And you were talking about sparring bigger guys, man. You putting them out.
Bro, I box bigger guys, I fight bigger guys. Every time I box somebody bigger, I put him out. He's talking about he's bigger or whatever. He's not even.
Just as Boots is getting better at his tools in a gym, where every round feels like a final test, he leaves. The tone changes completely because it's no longer quiet improvement. Now it's about how you act. It's clear as soon as he talks about Xander. He's not publicly ignoring him, but he's also not believing the hype. He calls himself solid, improving, and cool before claiming to be #1 right away, as if it were already set. That's not being cocky. That is for sure. There is a difference. What Xander's level of skill does to you, and what it makes you do.
Like little hill platform shoes, we're the same height, bro.
Do you think at the championship level, weight really makes a difference, or it comes down to boxing IQ?
Championship level come down to boxing IQ and who really that, and I'm gonna show. Like I said, I'm gonna fight now. I'm gonna show I'm really that.
Did you find it amusing? I think I read his lips. I think he was saying that you was too small. Like did you find that amusing?
He tried to say I was little. Bro, we the same height, bro. He gonna find out. I'm gonna show him. He ain't way too much.
Then he goes with the bigger man story and brushes it off as unimportant. I spar with bigger people all the time, and the fights don't last. What, then, does size really mean in this case? And I'm thinking that's a bad way of thinking because it takes away one of the few benefits people thought Zaz had. When Boots talks about IQ, though, things really get interesting because he's not showing it as power versus strength. He's made it sound like a test to see who knows what's going on inside. It doesn't sound like a promotion when he says, I'm really that. It sounds like he has already decided what to do.
Guys, this is what I be telling y'all media guys be pushing this narrative that I be getting hit all crazy, this and the third. But if you watch these guys, when I tell you these boys be getting hit clean, I'm talking about clean. They live out the ring with hickeys, knots, cuts, bleeding. Bro, if you watch any of my fights, bro, if anything, I might got like a little, I don't be having nothing, basically. Right? These guys be leaving out bleeding and all that. Like, come on, bro. It shows who really work on their defense and really don't. Straight.
After that, he talks about critics. You can feel his anger growing as he hears all this talk about attacking defenses and pushing stories, and he basically says it's all rubbish. Watch the tape now. Who really leaves fighting marks and who doesn't? That's when it works. It's no longer just about Xander. What you think versus what really is. Boots thinks that people have the wrong idea about him, and he's not just wanting to win anymore. He's trying to fix the story that other people have written about him. And when a boxer is facing both an opponent and a story, the person on the other side of the ring may feel very uncomfortable.
You know what I mean? He's a good fighter, man. You can't take nothing away from him. People talking about this and talking about, but I think he's a good fighter.
Now, with you, I noticed that you don't look past any opponent. You take everybody serious.
No, you have to, man. You know what I mean? Because anything happens in boxing, man. You know what I mean? You only take one shot. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful, man. You got to be on at all times, man. Cylinders got to be working, man.
What kind of boost can we expect?
I hope he take Boots to another level, because Boots never went to another level yet. You know what I mean? Then you want to see something. You really want to see something. But if he can't take him to another level, you know what I mean, it's going to be like it normally be. You know?
Bucinus walks up to Boots and says, "Nah, let me handle the noise real quick." Boots was acting like he was ready to fix the story himself. Right away, the tone changes from controlled confidence to direct responsibility. Bozy doesn't forget about Xander. Not at all. He does give him credit, calling him a good fighter. He also says that he can box, but it won't last long. And that is a quiet warning that looks like respect. But what really stands out is how he frames the whole match. Not like a competition or an emotional fight, but as a chance. Xander almost seemed to have stumbled into a test that he hadn't planned out fully. I pause when Bozy says, "I hope he takes Boots to another level, because that is not praise. That's what pressure looks like." In other words, we haven't seen the best version yet.
But I don't, matter of fact, you know what? I don't even pay attention to what people say, man. Some of these guys that's running their mouth never fought a day in their life, never had a street fight, man. So, you know what I mean? Let them keep on running their mouth. And then you got all them haters out there, though. You know what I mean? They don't want to see nobody make it anyway. You know what I mean? So that's my words back to them. And then some of them commentators and some of them sports fighters, whatever you want to call them, some of them don't even know what they're talking about. You know?
So be careful about what you think you're getting ready for. After, he goes after the doubters, and you can see the soldier getting angry as he hears all this talk about Boots fighting with movers. He asks, "What struggle?" He makes it very clear that Boots makes decisions during a fight. He can turn it up if he wants to. Then the story starts to sound shaky because of the style as a whole. Then Boots starts yelling at analysts, former boxers, and people who change their minds like they're changing clothes. As I sit here, I think this isn't just an excuse for his son. This makes the whole talk around him more interesting. Because Boots is obviously saying something clear. All of you are guessing. We are getting ready. And that gap is where fights are decided before they even start.
He try to bring everything to the table, the speed, the power, just the lights. He bringing everything to it. I think it's a great test for Boots because this is a guy who you can say is durable. You can say he's durable because he's never been stopped. I never even seen him go down. You know what I mean? So it's not like we talking about a chump. You know what I mean? He coming to fight. And I think this kid being young what makes him dangerous, him being young, energetic, and then a big guy. He got real good size to him. You know what I mean? Strong guy. And I think that right there enough is going to make it a great fight.
Buzzy is turning down the volume like a veteran who has heard every bad take possible when Greg Hackett walks in and totally changes the script. Instead of yelling or screaming, he quietly explains why this conflict is actually more dangerous than people think. Hackett doesn't take sides with no thought, so he looks at both guys and says, "Hold on, they both need to prove something right now." This is where things start to look cloudy. He makes it clear that he respects Under. They are young, big, strong, and not scared. I also like how he stresses longevity, which is something that at this level can't be faked. Under pressure, you can't teach people how to shoot. After that, he changes into Boots and tells everyone that ability like that can't be copied. It causes mismatches to happen. This is the main reason why people complain about the other side. I think that's the best way to understand the anger that was directed at Dennis right now.
Don't let Boots steal the rounds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who's to say though? That kid might hit hard enough to get a knockout. We don't know. You know what I mean? And that's why I love the fight.
Absolutely.
We don't know, because one thing I can say, not to cut you off, when your back is to the wall, man, you do some amazing things. You know what I'm saying? So who knows?
But Hackett really hits the mark here. He's not saying that Xander isn't good enough. He says that Xander is dangerous because he is young. That drive, that energy, that I have nothing to lose mentality that can make even the calmest fighter lose their cool. Then he tells the smart truth. Number 0 has to go. Now it's no longer about hype, all of a sudden. It's about who you are. And when he says that Xander needs to do more than just box, I get the sense that trying to outslick Boots is fun until you realize you're playing his game. Hackett then changes his mind and says that everything comes down to that one night. That's the part that most people skip over. One small change in timing, beat, or attitude can make everything different. Bozy now says, "We're ready," and Hackett replies, "Yes, But this is still dangerous. This fight is happening right there in the middle.
The thing is, you could always say that, but then it's like, who's the man? Who's really the man? You know what I mean? So how we gonna figure that out if nobody's fighting? You know what I'm saying? If you always fighting a guy that we never heard of or a guy we don't really respect, who's really the man? Who's the guy? You know what I mean? So I think it's perfect timing because we need to see who's the guy. You know what I mean? It's a lot of talk about everybody being the best. And it's not always the 54-pounders talking like that, but it need to be some understanding. And I think this is getting to some understanding.
Feel free to share your ideas below. Come on, let's talk about it. Also, don't forget to like, share, and follow 2MMA Motive. We'll see you at the next one.